Yeah, it was a typical Ole Miss Tennessee game. We won here 2 years ago and up 8 late last year and got beaten overtime and led the majority of the game today. Played hard enough, played guarded well enough to win for sure. Competed our tail off. I thought we got some great looks at the end around the goal and some others that just happened, didn't go in. Like Tennessee does. Those two guards. I mean, Vescovic, why he's, considered by probably most coaches the toughest guy in our league. And Ziegler, they kind of took over from a defensive standpoint. But still, at the end, we had great chances. We ran a 5-flat ball screen for Deshaun, and he just made a three, and he jumped up, and he felt confident shooting the three to take the lead. And tough loss for us, for sure. I thought the free throw line was a pretty critical play right there, some protection of shooters. We'll look at the film and turn them into the league office.
Is any kind of a common theme on some of the misses? You had some wide open looks. Matt had an open look. You mentioned Deshaun's. There were some shots at the rim just didn't go. How frustrating was that?
It's just, it's Northern Alabama. We missed 19 A-range shots against Northern Alabama. I mean, no offense against that Northern Alabama, but obviously not Tennessee. We ran 2 set plays for Theo, who I thought played his tail off and missed 2 right at the rim, and ran a couple plays for Matt, and it was one of those nights, and I think Matt wants to win more than anybody in our locker room. I know that. Probably the disappointing thing was his no rebounds, and just he's got to affect the game in other ways some nights. But it was just a typical Ole Miss Tennessee SEC basketball game. It'd be games like that, for the next 2 months, and we didn't make the plays at the end.
Was there a specific reason that you went with T.J. Caldwell from the tip?
Just based on the practice. We came back and really had some physical practices after we got back, and he was the best between the three-point guards. He beat them out in those 3 days, and with his toughness, and so that's the reason we went with T.J. I thought the other guys I thought Mo came in the first half and gave us a good lift. Deshaun made some plays, but T.J. just deserved it based on practice and what he had done for those 3 days.
I mean, did you think that Matt had good looks, or were they doing something?
Yeah, I mean, we ran the ones in line of bounds. We ran it perfect. Guy set a great screen. I mean, he just, had him naked right there. And then we had him on another side-out deal. They'd been protecting the shooters. I have to look at it. I thought maybe, they've done it with Vescovic 2 or 3 times, or Ziegler, and I thought maybe he got a piece of him, but didn't. And but I thought our guys executed some really good things, just wasn't our day. It didn't go down.
Anything else?
All right. Thank you, guys.